This is Texas Tiger Diggs again. I went out for a hunt today, uh, uh, planning to carry my Tejon. I was on the phone with a friend and forgot my Tejon and left it behind. So when I got to the park, I just reached back and got my car machine, which is of course my Tesoro compadre. So I went in, I hit some of the trashy areas of the park because when I tried to walk to the other side of the park, the 48 degrees, which is not that cold, not cold at all really, for what we detect in most climates. But when it's backed up by 25-mile-an-hour wind hitting you in the face, that's a little bit more than I wanted to deal with. So I found a closer area near my car in a sheltered area where I knew it would be quite trashy. And I found, I think maybe one of these is copper, and the other three are probably zinc pennies in that very small area, which is pretty cool. I love the compadre, and you know it. I did not use my modded compadre. Okay, shoot me. I bought another compadre because I'm going to be converting one of my compadres to water use, and I am toying with the idea of making it permanently, mounting it in a watertight box on the pole itself. So yeah, I just wanted one of my machines to be the car machine. So I got a compadre that's going to be sitting in my car at all times. So if I get the urge to hunt and I have the legal capability of hunting in the area, I can just reach back, grab it, and have at it. In any case, I've been talking a lot. By the way, I did film these 3 pennies because I was in the area where I found the ring just yesterday. So just in case I caught lightning in the bottle twice, I did film it. I guess I can tag it on the back of this if you want to see me dig up 4 pennies. But in any case, on the title page of all of my videos, I mentioned Suburban Detecting, and I think I need to specify exactly what I perceive that to be. When I first got into metal detecting, I got what a lot of us have. I got location envy. I was seeing some of the great detectorists in Great Britain going out into these fields and finding Roman coins. I was watching Aqua Chigger and Nugget Noggin in the southeastern United States, finding Civil War artifacts, and even the people who are doing the beach hunting around. The range of things they can find is extraordinary. And I am, like I said, I'm in a coastal state, but I'm far inland in that coastal state where going to the ocean is never going to be a good alternative for me. So I know all of these avenues are things that, by virtue of work, of personal responsibilities, are not on my immediate horizon. I'm not going to be moving to near any Civil War battlefields and getting permissions from the area farmers and landowners to search their property. I'm not going to be going to Great Britain soon. Now that might not be a possibility. I have a girlfriend who is very much of a lover of world travel, so there is a chance I might be going to Great Britain. I would just love to go see the things that I've read in history books, and see the country that puts out some of the best TV in the world. Anyway, so that's a possibility. But let's get back to the reality of the situation. I've got a time-consuming job where I'm on call sometime. It's not that often, but I am on call sometime. I have a normal work day. So I am not going to be going too far afield from my general area. I can on weekends, of course, go down to the central part of. I'm in an area north of Dallas, so I can go into central parts of Dallas where there are older parks and there's a potential to get silver and Wheaties, etc. But most of the time, I'm going to be up around the northern area of my of where I live, and this is a suburban area, but this is a new area and part of the urban sprawl that hit a lot of the southern cities. So, some of these areas were farmland 20, 30, 40, not that long ago. So the parks I'm hunting are not ones that are going to be, full of decades of accumulation of various people. There's a chance that a farm could have been something else before it was a farm, or the property that is now a park might have been some area where people congregated, but that's not extraordinarily likely. So, suburban detectors like me, we don't need to have location envy. We just need to change our perspective on what we're searching for. You see in front of you, I've got these 4 pennies a day. That's You're going to have to live with this on occasion when you're doing detecting in the suburbs, and even probably in some urban detecting as well. You're going to get these 4 penny days, and I've had a 2 zinc day. I've had a 1 zinc day, and you guys can testify to it because I recorded everything. And some of you people still subscribe to me. Does that mean I am underestimating interest, or you guys are overestimating? I don't know. It's just something weird there. But I really appreciate you, the people who have subscribed. So, what we've got is this. The bad days are going to be bad. They're not going to be great, but there are no bad days. I went out with my compadre. I left my Tejon behind accidentally. It turned out not to be a major factor because I was going to use the Tejon in the open areas, and the wind was just going to destroy me. And I was wearing 2 hoodies, and both were actually insulated coats with hoods on them, and it still didn't help. Anyway, so you have to find the artifacts where you got. Here are the things that I found in my park, and here are the things that I found that are of value or may be of value. You've seen me the rings. These are 3 rings I've gotten since the beginning of the year. That feels real good. I might have caught lightning in the bottle with that much fortune within that shorter period of time. There's no gold here. I think there's gold out there. I'm still looking. And I found this. This is what Gravedigger Max would call a what's it. It was completely brown, and it's reading 180 on my 180 meter, and it's also reading 92 and 93 on both my Eurotech Pro and my Fisher F5. That would indicate that this might be silver. Why would a big chunk of melted, not a big chunk, a chunk of melted silver be in a park? I don't know if this is silver. I actually ordered a chemical testing kit to take a look at exactly what this might be. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to actually do the rubbing. I don't like to do that on rings. I'd rather take it to a jeweler and somebody else do it. But I will do it on this because what's it going to hurt? It's a big lump of whatever it is. If it's silver, it's going to be a good story. And don't worry, I love to tell a story, and I'll be back with it. But so got that. Now we're here are the stuff that has no value, but it's interesting. Now I got a pen. A pen's a pen. Nice pen. I found a rubber ball. That's a surface find. Wasn't no detector find. But down here I've got tags. I've got various kinds of soccer bling. I got somebody with a Lexus pendant. Now that wearing a Lexus pendant, that's got to be the height of tacky. And I've got my little blingy soccer ball. I got a brass spike I got up, probably used by some utility company. I've got a Kenyan coin that I found, another surface find. And I've got a bling ring, a hand with a bead in it. Looks a little low cost mystical. And and I've got a few other things. I got a token. I can't figure out what it is. It reads as a zinc though. So, and I've got this. I don't know what it is. An Alpha Charm bracelet for a kid. I'm in a park, and I got which looks to be a high caliber pistol projectile. I've seen a few pistols. I live in Texas. This is not a 22. It doesn't appear to be a 32, so it's something of a higher caliber than that. So anyway, and like I said, a Pennsylvania piece of soccer bling that I got out of there. Looked like a peace symbol. And a plastic copy of a dime that I got out of the school park. But you know, this is what I've gotten, and I'm happy. Now, I'm not saying that what I've got here is artifacts, but heck, it'll start a conversation. I've got the rings that have some value. They're silver. You know, I don't feel so bad not finding you know, a pre-1964 quarter or something. If I can find a silver ring every now and then, it makes my exile out here to late 20th century land pretty cool. And if this is actually a big hunk of silver, that's gonna be real interesting. I'll get the chemical testing kit and I'll let you know what it is. So this basically what I'm saying is this: we don't need location envy. You know, we're not going to be. If you want to dig up Civil War artifacts, you're going to have to move to areas where the Civil War was at its height. You know, there were battles around Texas. Texas was a part of the Old South, so you know, I'm sure there's some Civil War sites to some degree in or around the area or border of Texas. I'm not going to be going to them. I just don't have time. But you know, you have to go to Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Tennessee. You know, the areas where the battles were fought, and you can get those kind of things. But if you want to be a suburban detector, there's satisfaction in it. You know, there's satisfaction in getting clad instead of silver. You'd prefer it to be silver, but I don't cry if I get 4 clad quarters instead of 4 silver quarters. You know, because I know that there's somewhere out there there's a ring or something that I might go to come along, and when I find it, it's an event. You know, and that's the fun of it. So I have changed my perspective in this way. I'm in the suburbs. These are my artifacts. These are my treasure. Still looking for that gold. Haven't found the gold yet, but it'll come. And you know, that's what you've got to, you know, get your mind around if you're going to be a detector in the suburbs. And I think people are not entering this hobby because they don't have access. Oh, I don't live any place interesting. I can't go out and find Roman coins. I can't go out and find, you know, medieval belt buckles. I can't do that. So why would I buy a detector? You buy a detector because there are treasures and there is fun to be found where you live. So go out, buy a detector. Behind me, you see 2 good detectors. You see the Eurotech Pro I have here, in a much. It's very short. I was carrying it for a while. And then you see the compadre I've got. This is the modified one. I got a standard compadre that I got in the car. Now these are less than $200. This is $160, $170. This is slightly over $200, $212, $220. You could probably have gotten virtually everything I've gotten here with those 2 detectors once you learned them. So, you know, the suburbs doesn't require, you know, and none of us really require a CTX 3030 or the, you know, I have a XP Deus, which is considered, you know, one of the high-end detectors. I didn't pay a high-end price. I always want to reiterate that, but it is considered one of the high-end detectors. I don't think they're necessary. Well, I found 2 of these pieces with the Deus. I found the large ring, and I also found the smallest ring I've got here. I found this with a Fisher F5, a $500 machine, and I think I also found this with the Fisher, also a $500 machine. Now, neither one of these were so deep that the two detectors are behind me that cost at or around 200 or less for the compadre. This was not something they couldn't have found. So I just want to make my thing here. My thing is suburban detecting. I enjoy what I'm doing. I don't find it inferior to what anybody else is doing, and I don't find it superior to what everybody else is doing. I think we have to do what we're geographically capable of doing. And I think they're treasures if your attitude is correct, no matter where you are. They're treasures in your parks. They're treasures in the permissions you get on farmers' fields, or even the permission on older homes, if you can get those. There are great things close to you. So don't feel bad because you're not finding things 150, 200 years old, which are old in the U.S., or 500, 600, 1,000 years old, which are old in the European countries. I think this is fun. I really don't think I would have any more fun in a Roman field or in a Civil War battlefield. I appreciate the people who do that, and they are doing the great things, and they're doing the things they're nearest to, and they're doing what I'm doing. They're making the best of their situation, and they're making the best of what's around them. So all I want to say is, you people in the suburbs, grab your detectors. If you can afford a CTX 3030, go for it. There is no fault in carrying a cannon to a pistol fight. But if you're going to carry, there is also no fault in carrying a derringer to a pistol fight. And these, I think, are derringers back here. These small ones right here, they're just as deadly. You just have to be closer, and you have to be more accurate. Anyway, that's all I've got, and that's all I want to say. Like I said, it's probably too much, but you guys in the suburbs, I'm with you. You guys in the urban areas, you're brothers with me too. You're gonna find a few more old coins, but we're both basically in the same little laboratory, because I'm, suburbs means suburban. So, keep at it and have a good time. I just want to let you know, this is Texas Tiger Digs. I'm gonna stay in the suburbs. Now, I might wander out. Who knows? I might get a vacation where I actually get a chance to go out and rent one of those high-end detectors, the Garrett ATX, or one of the Mind Labs, and go out and do a little prospecting. Not likely, but it's possible. So don't hold that against me. But mostly, you're going to see me going out at lunch, grabbing a 45-minute hunt, going in the evening, grabbing a hunt of whatever time I can jam in, either till nightfall or until my girlfriend or significant other calls me back in, or circumstances of any kind. I'm just going to jam my detecting in where I can, and I'm going to feel good about it, and you should feel good about it as well. Well, this is Texas Tiger Digs, and that's all I've got to say. And that's me talking too much once more. You have a good day.